Good evening everyone, and today we're looking at the Invicta Pro Diver Pepsi two-tone watch. This sits at around about 42mm face diameter, so it's a 42mm automatic version. Before we actually look at the watch itself, we'll have a brief look at the box. So as you can see, that's orange. It's that yellow theme that Invicta likes to follow for all their watches. Not a very common sort of style, apart from unless you had, say, a Breitling outside box or something like that. Not a very common theme to a box. So yeah, the box is fairly light sort of weight. Not much quality to it, but it seems to be like hardened cardboard or hardened plastic in there, with a slight cushion top to it as well, and like lime grain, with a simple hinge lid. I think it's a hinge lid. Yeah, hinge lid system. Overall, corners very nice as well. Nice sturdy box. Sits at just under 10 centimeters across. Lengthwise, around about 11, and thickness around about 9. So it's a sort of a light to medium sized box. It's not too thin. Probably just about right for this sort of kind of watch. So let's look inside the box, shall we? So a nice simple, as you can see, lift off system with a plain black matte embossed writing on the outside. So there we go. We'll look at this in a minute, this watch. Nice firm cushion that keeps that in there, which is good. It's not flimsy. Inside, the components seem well made as well. Box is very sturdy, very nice. A nice little sock in here as well for that Invicta register for a year extra warranty. All thick card used in here. Not much cushion except for the actual sock that holds that watch in place. So yeah, all in all, very nice box and functional design. Not flimsy whatsoever, as you expect. So now the bit that we really care about is the watch itself. So this is the Invicta Pro Diver Pepsi two-tone watch in 42mm automatic version. Model number, if you want to know the model number, is 29180. So it's only a simple model number like that. Price of this watch retails at around about £140. You can get this on Amazon. If you're quick, you can probably get it on the Amazon try before you buy scheme. Weight of the watch, let's have a look with this off. Weight of the watch, it's got some decent weight to it, probably similar sort of weight to say a AAA replica Rolex, so it's not too bad in terms of the weight. I should have measured it, but it's not a bad heft to it. Starting at the face, let's get rid of these the underwear essentially. There we go. An initial look at the watch. Just turn his lamp back on for you guys. So colour. So looking at the face, we've got that black with gold logo. So black, plain black, jet black face with white increments to light up as well. All light up as well with 3 hands, one red hand with a sort of, I'm not sure what this is yet. Actually, yeah, that's the Invicta plain wing style logo at the bottom of their hand there, with a light up end to the second hand. Not commonly seen on Pepsi alternative brands, with hands that are light up Submariner style or GMT style hands, standard with luminous essences to them. Looking at the face, obviously we've got the automatic professional and waterproof to 200 meters water resistance. Case diameter, as I said, is not roundabout, but it's 42mm. Case thickness is looking at 14.2mm. Not too bad there. As you can see, the casing here is fully stainless steel with that mirror finish. So I've had my fingers on this before. I accidentally caught them when I was doing the take one. Arriving at the clasp, let's have a look inside the face here a bit more. So here we go. No inside engraving or anything, just a plain mirror effect inside there. As you can see, the case is fully stainless steel with a brushed finish on top here. Lined brushed finish, as you can see slightly on here. Lined brushed finish. Overall, good mix. good mix of lime brush and chrome finish. Arriving at the crown, obviously we've got the gold crown with that Invicta logo on there, with a nice sturdy crown by the looks of it. Looking at the bezel, we've got a very, very strong bezels at that, so really nice quality with no play whatsoever. That's a really good feature to see on a watch, no playback on the movement of the bezel. Excellent incremental movement here, good clicking system in there. You may notice that this, obviously this is a two-tone Pepsi, but then the gold finish on the back of this blue and red finish is an excellent sort of piecing together. You may also realise this isn't the light, but then the blue isn't quite the blue of, say, an actual Rolex Pepsi. It's a bit darker, and you will notice that the numbers aren't, say, a 2023 model. They are probably equivalent of, say, a pre-2005 Pepsi bezel or something like that, with a gold finish, obviously. But excellent movement to the crown there. Not crown, sorry, bezel. Excellent movement, with a nice thick Cyclops eye as well. And we've got a luminous... I'm not sure what this bit's called, but you've got a luminous little bubble on top of here as well. Commonly seen on a Rolex Pepsi. So, unscrewing the crown. Let's have a look at what it's like. Seems to be an okay movement, not too strong. Not what you expect from, say, a Rolex. Let's pull that pin out here. Yeah, good, nice thick clicks there, and a good rotation to the hands. When you spin it, it doesn't fly around the face, which is excellent to see. Good quality there. Let's set this to the time now. So let's move this back a bit. So this is 6:40 at the moment. About there. There we go, 6:40, and the date. Not much fiddle needed to get that date changed. Rotates on an anti-clockwise fashion. Nice, good movement there. Good date dial with big, bold numbers. Excellent, good to see. Let's screw that back down again, if I can. So, let's look at the back. Back of it, fully transparent back to the fully skeletal view of the automatic movement moving inside there, with a similar to a Sea Dweller enhanced edge to the waterproof 200-meter backing of the case. Full sapphire glass all the way around, so full sapphire glass at the back here and full sapphire glass on the front. Looking at the bracelet pins are connected by double-ended, as I like to call them, popper pins, with a quite large Jubilee two-tone stainless steel brush and chrome gold finish, 22mm Jubilee straps in about half a centimetre length in width, and width in links. Links aren't uniform, they go slightly smaller as you go down, as you can expect with most Pepsi models. Looking at the crown, I've got to remove some of this tape now. Look at the crown, it's a simple cover and fold over system, I believe. Yep, nice thick strong fold over system. Not quite really a fan of this cheap sort of fold over system look here. No serials on it. It's something you'd expect to say on a not a £50 watch, but in terms of the finish is a stainless steel with a chrome mirror finish on the side, lined stainless steel finish on the top with the Invicta engraved in the actual metal there. Overall, clasp is done really nicely, with a little bit of adjustment in the Jubilee strap here as well. So let's put this on the wrist and see what it looks like. Good clicking system, doesn't feel flimsy. So that is the Invicta Pro Diver Pepsi two-tone watch in automatic.